is for the PWA International Championship. The opponent, all the way from Japan, representing both Ultimo Dragon and the Tournament promotion, this is Murcielago. And introducing the reigning and defending champion, weighing in at 90 kilos from Queensland's beautiful Gold Coast, this is Mason Childs!
The beautiful city of Nagasaki. Good night, sir.
An international challenge about to get underway. Let's see if I can get this right. Murcielago, all the way from the Tournament promotion in Japan, stepping up to challenge for the PWA international title.
He is a student of the Ultimo Dragon. Came in last minute. He's facing Mason Childs for the international title.
Once again, we've said it a few times over this show, and we've certainly said it in previous shows. PWA Queensland drawing in a lot of attention, both nationally and internationally. Now we've got people coming from Japan to be a part of the action.
Yep, we can add Japan to the list now. Mason Childs sporting the Astro Boy outfit, being Halloween and all, getting into the spirit. You saw Nick XL in the Freddy Krueger outfit. You see Josh Mars in the Freddie Mercury fanboy outfit.
Actually, I think that's just normal. I think that's how Josh Mars generally is.
Sorry. Oh well, if you see the merchandise table, the girl there is dressed up as the Punisher. Everyone's in the spirit tonight. Knuckle lock tie up there. Mason powers down Murcielago.
It'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Murcielago's obviously coming in with a sort of, I guess, a background in sort of the Japanese lucha-style wrestling. It'll be interesting to see how Mason Child steps up and brings what he brings against that. It's an interesting sort of style, a contrast of styles that we'll see there. Mason certainly can favour the Japanese style of hard, sort of real pro wrestling, action. But he's sort of looking at a more quick-paced style, a more lucha-based style here tonight. It'll be interesting to see what he brings up against it.
I don't think Mason's ever wrestled someone very fluent in the lucha style.
Big shoulder block, and he takes him down to the mat hard. Ducks underneath. Mason goes over top there, goes behind.
Reverses the whip. Nice backflip into the drop kick by Murcielago.
Mason goes to the outside, up and over. Murcielago straight over, picture perfect, landed it. Here we see the flip and the slow-mo, and then into the drop kick. Look at him go down there. Rolls back into the ring. That dive over the top. You'll notice he aims straight for the chest and head of Mason Childs, trying to get as much damage as possible done to him.
Mason back up onto the ring apron. Blocks one.
And connects with one of his own. Blocks the second one and connects. Doubles him back into the corner. And Murcielago is asking for mercy, or perhaps just biding his time as he comes up there with a low blow on Mason Childs. He's denying it to the referee. Throwing him to the outside once again and following after him in front of the ringside fans there. You'll notice no barricades keeping the fans from the action here tonight. That doesn't bode well for the front row at all.
No, this is one of our smaller venues, Mr. J, and we've decided to ditch the guardrails. The fans are going to get it up close.
And I think they're about to see it really close right now as Mason Childs throwing back into the first and looks at the second row as well. Murcielago mightn't understand a lot of English, mightn't be able to speak any English, but I think if he mentions to the front row that ringside fans just trying to get in his way here, just pushing them out of the way, I certainly wouldn't want to be messing with this guy by any stretch. Just look at that forearm shot to the side of the head of Mason Childs. Mason Childs, the international champion, doubled over from one big shot from this guy. And now he's got the chair.
Chair shot to the midsection, Mr. J.
And a big shot right across the back.
Josh Mars letting that go. He knows in the title matches you've got to be a bit more lenient. Guys are going to go for everything they can, so he's going to let the action continue. We want a decisive winner here.
And besides that, I don't think Josh Mars really knows any Japanese. I'm trying to make him, he's hard enough to understand in English. Trying to get somebody in Japanese to understand him, I think he's got no chance. Mason Childs brought back up to his feet and then almost dropped down with that big right hand. No closed fist as saying Josh Mars.
Another punch to the head of Mason. Josh Mars issuing the first warning, as if that means anything.
Big chop across the chest. Irish whip into the corner. Tries to dive through, gets caught. Big clothesline, big lariat from Mason. There's a second one, doubles him over again, has him spinning around out there. Mason picks him up, full body slam, drops him down to the mat, bounces off the rope, comes through with that power Muda style elbow.
Goes for the pin, 1, 2, only a 2 count.
2 count only. Mason steadying himself on the ropes there, coming through again with a flying knee that time that sends Murcielago down to the mat. Must have been about 2 9/10 there from referee Josh Mars. But the international import manages to get his shoulder up before the 3 count.
Suplex attempt by Mason, reversed. Comes around. Lucha style roll up there, Mr. J.
2 count only. The fans happy with seeing the display. appreciative of the Lucia stylings. Big back elbow there. It was almost like he paused waiting for it and then just launched backwards, full body weight into the chest of Mason Childs. You don't think this could have been the man that cut the mullet, do you?
No, he didn't seem to even know what a mullet was.
Picture perfect somersault senton splash off the top rope.
Only gets a 2 though, Mr. J.
And look at that on the replay. You could have painted a target on him.
Murcielago heading back up top, but gets cut off.
Mason Childs picking him up on the shoulders. Could be setting him up. Dropping him straight down, face first. Oh!
Millennium Driver only gets a 2 count. One of Mason's big moves, only a 2 count.
And I guess that's what happens when you've got to bring an international star to play. It's going to take that little bit extra. Mason setting him up on the shoulders. Reversed out of it with that Hurricane Rana takedown, hooking the legs. 2 count only. I don't know if he's calling his moves. I don't know if he's ordering takeout. I'm not sure exactly what he's saying, but he's shouting something at the audience.
Knee strike blocked by Mason.
Send him down to the mat like a lawn dart. And that is the 3. That is the 3. Mason Childs manages to retain the international title here over a valiant effort from Murcielago.
Hopefully we get to see Murcielago back in action sometime soon.
Mason Childs got to be happy getting a win over another international talent. We saw at Rise of the Warriors he was victorious over Chris Hero, a representative of Ring of Honor and many American independent wrestling promotions. Now he gets a win over Murcielago, representing Torimon and the Ultimo Dragon Gym. Very much a feather in the cap of Mason Childs.